Hey, I'm Gerard Dievenage.
And I'm Nina Dievenage.
We live in Cape Town, South Africa. I'm the founder and director of Jabulani Africa Ministries, or JAM. And so at the end of 2006, we started Jabulani Africa Ministries. And our whole heart was just the message of Jabulani Africa that, rejoice Africa because, the Lord is your God.
This campsite was built for war. It was a World War II Army base. It was built to fight and defend. But even though none of the cannons here were ever fired, God saw this campsite still as a battlefield and still as a place where people will be fighting, but for the kingdom.
There has been thousands of young people that have come to Christ in this campsite. When I was 13 years old, I was on a camp here. We're doing a lot of discipleship camps here. We get young people in, we do leadership camps with them.
Discipling and training and being Jesus to people and loving people in a way that God calls us to. But when we see the amount of effort that we put in and then we see the result is so much greater than the effort that's been put in on our side, that there's not an equal sign between what we do and what the result is, and that can only be God.
We exist to train and disciple young Africans in becoming godly servant leaders who can impact their communities for Christ.
What is the JAM program? It is a program designed for people that have a like-minded heart for serving and missions and Jesus. It's really just like being that safe zone and like giving them the opportunity to serve in villages, in communities, with kids, old people, figure out what their passions are and what they want to do. And JAM is important because it allows you to try out different things, try different ministries, try out different styles of ministry, and then just give you that solid foundation where if you go out, if you want to become whatever it is, that you have that solid foundation in Christ, so you can go be a Jesus person in a bank or at a school or influence the people because you know who you are in Christ. And that's just what JAM here is all about, is equipping the students, training them, loving them, giving them a solid place to stay.
Hi family, I'm Angela, my surname is Tarantal. I'm doing my JAM here and I'm still enjoying it. But I believe throughout JAM, God is gonna equip me more. And I always say that every young man out there got a key to unlock his own destiny. And especially today, I want to talk to the young generation. Like back days, I used to go and sit in church, coming out of church and feel nothing. I was feeling empty. I was always looking for something, but I didn't know what it was. And this year I discovered myself at JAM as well. I'm so amped up now. I'm not empty anymore. And I know why I'm living for. I know now my purpose. I know now my identity. I know why I'm here. I'm here to learn more about God, to go back to my community and to pour out the love of Christ unto the generations and to those who are still in need of his salvation. And I believe that by changing one person in the community, you can change the whole community, and the whole community together can change the whole world.
Every now and then you get to see a glimpse of what God's doing, and a young person for the first time realizing that God made me and God has a plan with my life and I have potential to be a leader, and that's the biggest blessing. I live for seeing young people realize their God-given potential and then helping others to realize the same thing.
We carried this cross and we planted it pointing north into the rest of Africa. And that's where our dream or our vision statement was born, on that camp. The cross of Jesus for the cross of Africa. It's only in that cross of Jesus that we can change the cross of Africa. And the way it's going to get there is through us, through the church. That is the new thing that God is doing in South Africa, and we get to be a part of it.